Hey there. Yes, level 1. Starting to work as waiter and cleaner. So what do I mean by that? You know, over the months, several months, I started to work from zero and looking around for opportunities. So I found myself working in a restaurant as a waiter, and step by step rising there and climbing the ladder. Then like a barista, like a bartender, like a barman, learning all kinds of things as possible and improving myself in many fields. And hell, it's really difficult. It is to get into that level. It's takes quite an effort. One of the things that, especially working in food and restaurant industry, it's difficult, man. To satisfy people is difficult, and to serve is another, because as a customer, I had no freaking idea that waiters running, go get this, do this task, make the order, get the order, tell the kitchen that, and know which table is which, and enter the order, get the payment. And man, I had no idea. It's freaking difficult. But I love that it's difficult, because this is how I step up. Now, I want to share these experiences because I have some ideas and to move and make my dreams come into life. And it's difficult because you're not just fighting from outside, but you're also fighting from inside. And the inside that you're fighting is the difficult part. Especially I want to share is that you're fighting with laziness, you're fighting with negative thoughts, you're fighting with relatives that do not understand you, you're fighting with everyone, and it's difficult. And on top of that, you're fighting with yourself. And now what to do? Sometimes I'm thinking, man, should I go back, work as a chemist somewhere and stay, in a corporate business and just climb and, get retired? But these thoughts are coming, and it's difficult. On the other hand, I'm telling to myself, let that sink. I'm gambling my life, and I'm putting all I have on this table. My life. That's all I got now. And I'm putting it on this table. I'm gambling it to learn and to understand how the business operates, how the entrepreneurs work, and advance and become one myself. Because I do not want to just sit and, get into some kind of, I don't know, like so-called, safe jobs and to wait until another COVID event comes, and then all of a sudden, if you do anything negative, you're just outside. You're on the peripherals, outside of the circle. So what to do? Now, I'm accepting the biggest risk, and this biggest risk is actually the smallest risk, because it's quite funny to understand, because as we think that we are taking big risks, but actually comparing to what we're doing, actually we're doing a smallest one, because the biggest risk actually is not taking one. That is and if you don't ask any question, or then it's always there is no answer, and there is no answer, and answer is no. Because if you're not asking, for example, in restaurant, oh, can I have this? If you don't ask, how can I know as a waiter? And or if I don't ask this, how can I get what I want? How can I get this coffee if I don't ask? How can I get this cup if I don't ask for it? So it's quite a basic rule that everyone's familiar, but it's difficult. It's difficult. You have to be precise. You have to be clean. I want this. I want to get that. I want to have this. This. And you have to know the conditions. You have to know what you want, details, how it is. That's difficult. And now I'm learning that, and moving from here. And fighting with my laziness was the difficult part, because with maybe you might not check, but between this video and the last one I have uploaded before, it's been like 4 months, I don't know, and I have been working, cleaning, working as a waiter, serving, and it's difficult. And to overcome this and be consistent content creator is difficult, and I'm learning this. So I make it myself, number one, available, keep my remote with myself in a closed place, keep my tripod where I can see visibly, so that I do not forget that I need to share video, keep my lighting system simply somewhere attached in the room, and sit somewhere comfortably, because most of the time I'm living in a small house, so most of the time it's crowded, sounds coming outside of the window, household sounds, phones, door, our dog. So it all adds up, and it's distracting me from creating these and being productive as possible. So now I know where I'm heading, and I want to share these videos to prove that I am starting from zero. I have nothing. Look, this cloth I have, somebody gave me. This cup, I don't know. These headphones, I don't know, I get from somewhere. Papers, pencils, everything. Only thing that I got is my phone, and actually my mother helped me for that, I don't know, 5 years ago to get it, and I haven't been able to afford it. But until this moment, I decide I want to work as a waiter. This is my dream, yes. I want to work, I want to clean toilets, I want to work, I want to bust my ass, get better, get physically shaped, mentally, keep my mind tidy, and communicate myself well, and learn the life itself. And the closer I get with the gap gets closer, I get better. So there is a gap between my mind versus how I perceive the reality, because what I think, another person doesn't think. And it's same for most of us, and it's difficult. So, that's why we are having these frustrations, like negative feelings, like depressive thoughts, or like these ADHD tags. And that's why, because we are distant with reality itself. And I found the connection the moment I get silent and away from computer, away from internet, away from people, just by myself, in silent, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, as long as possible, 20 minutes, half an hour. Maximum I could achieve was like 40 minutes by now. It's difficult, and I'm learning and appreciating the solitude, and it's big thing. It's shifting me already. I'm stronger, I'm better, I'm healthier by this. But that's, it's going. So the closer I get and smaller the gap gets, the better I get. Because by making these videos, I'm learning how to communicate, because I do not observe, I do not have a chance to observe myself when I'm talking with somebody, when I'm outside with my friends, with my beloved people, my family. I have no idea how do I appear. And so far in my life, about like 29 years, I want to thank every being for being such a kind person, because I had no idea that I'm very terrible in communicating until this year. So I want to thank everyone being kind, for accepting and embracing me as I am. And now from now on, I decide to get better in physical shape, get better in social behavior, get better in mental state, and get better in life itself, and to one day perhaps become a success. I don't know. But I'm acting, thinking doesn't help. I have to start. I don't know. I have been dreaming about, earning a Nobel Prize, I don't know, doing something in biochemistry, getting better, uh, inventing something, but I came to conclusion that I have been just dreaming, and I was like delusional. I have been out of reality, and the moment I realized that, and I'm like, oh, where I am now. So I'm closing that gap by starting from level 1, working as a waiter, and cheers for a closer gap, and cheers for a successful future. See you on the next one.